Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and see how many cuts we can get so that we can separate the source from the sink. Okay. So one cut I can have, the obvious one is this first one here. Okay, I'm just going to draw it like that. We're going to call it cut one. We'll label them a bit later. Okay, so let's draw all of them. So we've got the first one there, and then if I was to draw another one to try and separate the source from the sink, let's think of these things as water flow. So if I wanted to cut this first pipe from the source to D, I can cut that off, and then I can go that way. So that's another cut I could draw. Okay. Third one, maybe we could draw is this way. That's another cut. And then we could also draw one that could look like this. Like that. Those are 4 cuts right there. Okay. Now, if we do the same thing, but from the other side, you'll find that we'll have an easier way of drawing these. So let's try the obvious one here. Okay. Then you can put another one goes through there. And then we will put one, I might draw it from here. Yep. Put that one. And then lastly, I'll draw okay, I'll draw this one that will go like this, kind of like the opposite of that one, and I'll put that one there. Okay. So I got 4 cuts from both ends, got a total of 8 cuts. Okay. Now I'll just label them. Just label them in black. We've got cut 1, cut 2, cut 3, cut 4, cut 5, cut 6, cut 7, and cut 8. So that's the first step. Okay, now don't panic too much if you forget all the cuts, just go with what you've got and you'll still be able to get most of the 5 marks. Okay, because they are follow-through marks. So let's start off to see how we can calculate the maximum flow. So what we're looking for is the minimum number, which will give us the maximum flow. Okay, so let's see. Our first cut 1, separating the source from the sink. We know there's a flow of 3 going that way. You can see the arrow is there at the top. Okay, so we've got a flow of 3 going there. We've got 8 going that way, and we've got 5 going that way. Okay, so we'll add them up. 3 plus 8 plus 5. We've got 16. Okay, so that's our first cut. Let's look at our second cut. So we've got 3 that way, 8 there, 7 going this way, and 6 over there. So for our second cut, we've got 3 plus 8 plus 7, 6, yep. Is that 19? 24, so let me 24. Okay, I've got 24 for cut 2. Now let's go to cut 3. So cut 3, I've got 3 going that way at the top, and then I've got a 2. Now I won't include the 7 in the cut 3 because once I've cut off 2 over here, once I've cut that off, my 7 won't be able to flow through. So once I've cut 2 off, so I've got 3 going that way, I'll cut that off. I've cut the 2 off. Okay, the 7 I'm not going to include, right, because it won't be able to flow through there. I'll just have to give the 6 because this 5 will allow the 6 to flow. So I have to cut that 6. So here I'll have 11. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. I'll try and repeat it. So I've got 3 flowing this way. Okay, I've cut that off already. I've got 2 flowing that way. I've cut that off already. Okay, we're following cut 3 down this path. Now, because I've already cut off those 2 black lines, 7 doesn't matter. If 7 can't flow, it's already cut. Okay, so we'll have to cut off the 5 actually, sorry, not the 6. So we're doing cut 3. Yeah, we'll cut off the 5. That should be 5. And so this is a nice 10. Okay, and for cut 4, just get rid of these. Now let's look at cut 4. Cut 4 is this light blue line. We've got 3, 2, and 6. This is the one that will be 11. I'll speed this up a bit. Cut 5, this pink line. We'll cut 2 there, 8, and 5. We've got 15. Alright, cut 6. This orange line. We've got 8. Now if we cut the 8, you can see this 7, right? It won't be able to flow into the sink because we'll cut the 8 and we'll cut the 5. Because once this 8 is cut over here, right, that 7, even though it passes through here, it won't be able to get through all the way there. If it passes through there, that's fine, but once it gets there, it's already been cut. So we won't include that 7. Okay, so we've got the 8 and the 5, 13. Okay, cut 7. This is this other blue line. We've got 8 plus 2. Now again, we won't include the 7, but we'll include the 6. This is 16. Let's cut 7. 8 plus 2. Yep, 7 has already been blocked by that. Plus 6. Okay. Then cut 8 is going to be 8 plus 6. Okay, so actually I've made a mistake with cut 7. So cut 7, I wasn't following it well. So cut 7, we've got 8 plus 2 plus another 8 there that I missed. So 8, 2, 8, 7, 6. 8 plus 2 plus 8. 6. No, that's fine. Okay, I made 2 errors here. The first one is cut 5. Okay, if we look at cut 5 again, this pink one here, if we cut off this 5 first, the 8, okay, then once we've cut off that, the 2 is not necessary, but we'll have to cut off this 8 again. So we have 8 plus 5 plus 8. So we've got 21 here. Okay, now let's cut 6. Okay, so we'll start over here. We'll cut off 5. We'll cut off 7. And we'll cut off 8. $20. and there is one cut, I think it's cut 7. So if you look at cut 7, we'll cut off 6, 7, 8, 8, 6, 7, 8, 8. So this is the one I'm looking at. I cut off 6 first and then 7. Okay, that's still flowing. I can cut off 8. I'll ignore the 2 because that's then cut off 8. So that's going to give me 29. Okay, those are my cuts. And then now the maximum flow here is going to be the minimum number, which is 10. Okay, so look, even if you made an error and you didn't realize, like I did over there, go with the values you do have, and you might lose a half marks for each of those cuts, but you'd rather get 4 out of 5 than waste too much time. Okay. I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any other questions.